That's one of the big problems with boxing right now, is it's all about these gimmicky type fights. And that's just not what I do here. It's not what I do. I put on fights with the best fighters in the world and fights that people want to see.
It's a walking contradiction at this point. And anyone who's falling for it is just being played. And he thinks that you are falling for it, and you are being played if you are falling for it. Hopefully, those that watch this program and other programs are not falling for it.
In response to Dana White's gimmick line, Ariel Helwani brought the receipts and simply logic.
Boxing ain't putting on gimmicky fights. Yeah, there's KSI, there's Jake Paul, there's this and that. And even Jake Paul versus Nathan Diaz, I wouldn't put in the gimmicky fight category. So it's just absurd to say that boxing is just putting on gimmicky fights right now. The best part about that is he's dismissing a fight like Joshua versus Francis, which features, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the guy who, held the belt in the UFC not that long ago.
There is no one more hypocritical in sports than Dana White. The gimmick fight line is flat out nonsense. On a fight between billionaires Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
Can we be excited about this? Is there a possibility this is really going to happen?
I was talking to both Elon and Mark last night. Both guys are absolutely dead serious about this.
Now, wait. Tell us why you say that.
Because they both said, yeah, we'll do it.
Is this something you're taking seriously? Is it something you're already trying to organize?
Yeah, I'm taking it very... Lorenzo Fertitta called me this morning. Station Casinos in Las Vegas is putting a lineup on this today.
Dana, this is a gimmicky fight.
Is Elon Musk going to fight Mark Zuckerberg in a cage match?
Speaking of Tesla, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg appears to be taking on Elon Musk's offer of a cage fight.
And here's the thing, however you feel about Brandon Schaub.
Dude, gimmicks. You own the slap fight league. And the numerics that you use to say it's crushing all these other leagues is TikTok. You're 50 years old, dude. That's a gimmick. Francis fighting Deontay Wilder, Francis fighting Anthony Joshua is not a gimmick. Because I'll tell you right now, if Francis lands that right hand on them, they're getting knocked out. That is not a gimmick. Francis can win those fights. Are the odds he lands? No. That's not a gimmick, though. That's a real fight, dude. Don't disrespect Francis.
Love him or hate him, Schaub steamrolled Dana White. And then he went further.
As Dana said, he's so out calling a gimmick fight. You're the one that started this, dude, right? The Conor Floyd. You're the reason this whole door has opened. You made it possible. Hold up. Conor can do that. Now the floodgates are open. And then Jake Paul and Logan Paul. This all started with Dana White. So he can hate on all he wants. He's the reason all this is happening.
Dana White, dogging gimmick fights. The same dude who said John Jones, baddest guy on the planet, no debate, no denying it, no debate. I don't care what anybody says or how they try to spin it. A lot of this stuff is clickbait. You know how I am. If Tyson Fury really wants to fight John Jones in the UFC, I will make it happen. Here's my thing. Right now, Tyson, if you're serious, let me know. In 2010, the UFC, Dana White's company, put on a gimmick fight between boxing Hall of Famer James Toney and MMA legend Randy Couture. Toney was submitted in the first round with rather ease. No offense to him, but White sanctioned CM Punk, Chicago legend, professional wrestler in the WWE, to fight Mickey Gall, and it stunk. Punk lost 2 minutes and 14 seconds in the first round, the same way Toney lost via rear naked choke. Punk was 37 at the time of his debut. He continues his hypocrisy each and every day and then posts stuff like this on his Instagram. This is basically like how the right wing depicts Donald Trump as Rambo when, per his own doctors, the man is completely obese. His continued assault on the sport of boxing is strategic because he knows that it plays with his base, and he already has a long-running feud with top promoters Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya. In the sport of boxing, you can't say that we haven't had good fights, Dana. We just saw Devin Haney against Lomachenko. It was fantastic. We were given Tank Ryan Garcia. Benavidez Plant was great. Teofimo rejuvenated his career against Josh Taylor in a fight that I, along with many others, didn't even pick him to win. The Jaime Munguia-Sergey Derevyanchenko fight was stellar. Tim Tszyu fought Tony Harrison, and then he knocked out Ocampo to set himself up for Charlo. Regis Prograis fought. Fundura lost a stunner to Brian Mendoza. Rolly Barroso, highly controversial, but entertaining nonetheless. Better Beef Yard Feels like it was years ago. It was the beginning of the year, and it was awesome. We're getting Crawford Spence. Joe Joyce Big Bang was a slugfest in the heavyweight division. We're getting Charlo Canelo. Jared Anderson is staying active. Boots Ennis is fighting in July. Stanionis Virgil Ortiz should be fun. Fulton Inoue is happening. Lara Danny Garcia is happening, along with Better Beef Callum Smith. To reiterate, he is dogging this sport, which is giving us quality fights because it plays.